It was good, people. This your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, how are you guys doing? How is life? How's your family? Hope you're staying healthy, man. This market is just going bonkers, man. That's all I'm gonna have to say. And the market is good, and crypto is good, and everything seems to be going pretty well, except for tech. Tech is not knowing the direction it wants to go. But before I blab too much, three things I want to talk about today. And the first one is the quick market update and where we are and where I think the market direction is going to be going. And the second thing is obviously, Bitcoin. I got to talk about Bitcoin. It's impossible. Everybody and their mama is currently talking about Bitcoin. And the third thing is going to be my current small account challenge that I'm currently doing. For those of you who are following me, and I'll give you guys a quick update on what's going on and some of the top some of the top pairs and instruments that I'm currently trading. And yes, sorry, I said three things, but there's one more thing I also want to talk about, and that is the meme stocks. There's a particular meme stock that I'm currently looking at right now that I think there's a chance that this guy could skyrocket to the moon. And I'll also talk about some other stocks that I'm looking at. So again, before I start blabbing, let's just quickly take a look at the chart. So as you can see on the charts here, we are looking at the XPX 500. So XPX 500 is one of the top indices that I use because that is what shows me all the performances of the top 500 companies in the US. And as you guys can see on the chart, the direction of this market has just been phenomenal all the way from October last year until now. It's just been crazy. So imagine if you just put a little bit of your money into this index every day. You can imagine the amount of return you would see by now without even doing anything. So you can see, for those of you who have been following me, you already know how I look at my things. I always look at the primary indicators and also look at secondary indicators. The primary indicators are the ones that go on the chart. As you can see, we have a B sign. The B sign simply means buy. That's all it means. And if you're getting the S sign, that means sell, right? And we're also getting a green arrow because we need two confirmations, right? We're getting the green arrow, which means the direction of the market is going to the upside. So you can see, as of 2 weeks ago, we were currently getting a red arrow that got me worried, but the election surge pushed the market to the upside and brought about this green arrow confirmation. And you can see the baseline, the price, this candlestick is also trading above the baseline, which is what we also want to see. And we also like the fact that the price in general is also trading above the Ichimoku. So if we take a look at the secondary indicators below the chart, you can see that some of my favorite indicators, like the two-line indicators, two-line cross, you can see the green is above the red. That is still indicating a buy signal for the S&P. You can see this zero-line cross. You can see the white line is the zero line and the green line is the signal line. So you can see the signal line is above the white line. That is still a bullish or a buy signal for this market. And you can also see that we've switched from a red color to a green current color. That is also telling me that this is a buy signal. And if you also look at this other zero line cross indicator, you can see our signal is between the upper level and the mid level, which is still also representing a buy as well. And this one is the last two-line cross. As long as the green is above the red, then that is also signifying a buy as well. So you can see lots of bullish signals in the market. So again, if you take a look at other indices such as the NAS 100, you can see that the signal is pretty much the same as well. So you can see we have the buy signal, we have the green arrow, and we have all our secondary indicators indicating a buy. And if you take a look at the final indices, which is going to be the US 30, as a matter of fact, we're actually up 77% in the futures. You can see that we also have a buy and a green arrow. Now, the only thing is with the US 30, I'm getting quite a few mixed signals, but you can see the green is beginning to come back above the red. I don't know, let me zoom back in, you guys can see it. So that is good, I like that. And you can see the only thing is this one is showing me a red signal, but we would see how that does in the near future. I believe as market continues to push up, that would definitely change. But if you look at the other sentiments or the other indicators, you can see that the signal is above the zero line, so that is a bullish signal. We like that. That is what we want to see. And you can see that the two-line cross green is above the red as well. That is a good signal, and also the signal line is also between the upper level and the mid level. So that is good. So you can see all the three major indices of the US market are still indicating a very, very bullish signal in this market. So we'll continue to monitor that until we see any change in the signal. Now let's jump into Bitcoin real quick, which is one of the biggest elephants in the market right now. As you guys can tell, like I said, Bitcoin has gone up, I believe almost 50%, no, so not 50%, 40% from the point where I called it from. As you guys that have been following me, I called Bitcoin at this particular level at 65 when I saw my buy signal and also saw my green arrow to the upside. And I was wondering what was going on here, as I see that the prices were also trading above my buy signal. You can see the green line is also above the yellow line is also above the green line. So that is also another good bullish signal for crypto. So immediately I saw this retracement to this baseline, I was a buyer right there, and you can see crypto just bounced off that support level and went all the way up to what, 93,000 right now. So that is the current resistance in this market. 93,000 is the current resistance in this market, and we believe that this market is still going all the way to 100k for Bitcoin. That is what a lot of people are anticipating. But if you take a look at the secondary indicators as well, you can see how bullish we are. You can see the direction is pointing to the upside. The green is above the red. That is definitely a buy signal. I love that. You can see the signal line as well. Look at how that is just pointing beautifully and just keeps increasing every day above the zero line. That is definitely bullish. You can also see that the green bars are even increasing and increasing more and more and more as we have a resistance level. So you can see if this is like a resistance level, so you can see 94, we have a lot of room to go on this signal. So I'm still looking forward to this signal. If you look at this as well, the signal line is between the upper level and the mid level. That is also a very, very good buy signal. And the final one that I'm looking at here is my green line is above my red, and you can see the separation is even getting bigger in this case, and that is definitely a super bullish signal. And you see volume as well is above my signal line. So you can see everything about Bitcoin right now just screams bullish. I believe we are definitely going to hit this 100k mark sometime in the next couple of days. That's just my own personal prediction. And the other coin that I'm also looking at, I know you guys also like to trade other meme coins like Doji and Pepe Coin, Bonk, and all that good stuff. But the other one that I'm looking at is Ethereum. Ethereum has kind of been a little bit disappointing this week. It started pretty well with the Bitcoin surge last week. You can see this pretty thick good green candle, but the problem is it hit a resistance at this level. You can see there was a resistance level at this 34.50 level, and we got a huge rejection right there. But you see we are still trading above the baseline, right? So let me even switch down to the daily base chart. So as you guys can tell, I use weekly charts to see the bigger time frames. Well, sometimes I would dive into the daily just to see. So you can see with the daily, it's been trending nicely above the baseline, but we're beginning to see a red arrow indicating that these might actually be falling to the downside. You can see we've closed below the first baseline. Right now, what I'm going to be watching for the next couple of days is to see if we close below this green line. The minute we close below this green baseline, then I'll be a little bit worried that Ethereum might be falling back down, and I'll most likely start to take most of my profit at that level or close out some of my losses at that level. But I'm still watching it. It's still good. It's still staying within that buy pocket, as I'm not really worried about this this red sign. So let me switch back to the weekly, because again, weekly chart is what I typically use. For those of you who don't know, weekly chart represents Monday to Friday. Each one represents Monday to Friday, just in case for those of you who don't understand what I'm looking at. But if you look at down below, you can see that the secondary indicators are just as beautiful as Bitcoin. You can see green is above the red for my 2-line cross. You can see my 1-line cross is above the 0 line. That's pretty nice. You can see the color of this indicator is going from red to green. And you can see this signal. Let me expand this one. This signal is between the upper and middle level, so that is good. We like that. And you can see my 2-line cross actually just started. That was where the crossover started from. And you can see green is above the red, and that is definitely a bullish signal as well. So I like Ethereum. I'm going to continue to hold it as well as Bitcoin, and continue to see if we're going to get to that 100K level. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the small account challenge that I've been doing, where I deposited $1,500 into this account, and let's just quickly take a good look of how the account is doing and what are some of the things that I'm trading in this account. So you can see while the account is loading up, so the account is currently up $4,748 dollars, which is about over 200%. You can see the equity balance is up 5,187, which means I have not yet accounted for this live profit of $430. So you can see we are approaching that 6K mark, and I'm sure in the next couple of days, hopefully we can get this account up 300%. And I've actually only traded these for 14 days now, 14 trading days, which means I only count the days that I've traded, which means for every week is, Monday to Friday, that's 5 days. So I've traded it for 14, so which means roughly about 3 weeks now, going into 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm sure you guys get the math. So what have I been trading? Currently I've been trading things like the GBP JPY, I have Meta, I have Tesla, I have Bitcoin, I have Solana, I have Ethereum, I have things like let me see, Euro USD, USD JPY as well is one of the favorite things I've been trading as well. CAD JPY. And if I look at the close positions, my close positions, you can see for this week, you can see we made about $2,763. For the months, we're up $3,790, and you can see overall, accumulated $3,770. And if I was to take in some of this profit, you see that would take us above that 4K mark as well. So you can see lots of profit taking. We've been taking profits from Bitcoin, taking profits from USD JPY, taking profits from Google, taking profit from GBP USD. So I've been taking advantage of the US currency. The US currency is currently strong. So if you're trading anything against the dollar, for example, if you're trading USD JPY, because of the US currency is currently strong, so you would expect that USD JPY to be a buy signal, because if the dollar is strong and it's stronger than the Japanese yen, then you expect that to be going to the upside. And if you were to be trading something like GBP USD, since the dollar is still strong and it's stronger than the GBP currency, then that will bring that pair down. So you should be selling that pair. So if you're trading GBP USD, you should be selling that pair. But if you're trading USD JPY, then you should be buying that pair. I hope I'm making sense. Well, anyways, let me show you guys on the chart quickly before I lose you guys. So let's take a look at USD JPY and why I kind of like it. You can see it's actually up 0.26%, and I was actually a big fan of USD JPY at this entry level. Why? Because the price closed above the baseline, and you can see I have my B sign and my green arrow indicating the buy direction. And not only that, you can see, if you look at the secondary indicators below, you can see that my two-line cross, green is above the red. That is a buy signal. And you can also see that my zero line indicator of the signal line is currently above the zero line, which is indicating a buy. And you can also see that the current signal is actually showing a green arrow, and the bars have gone from red to green, and you can see it's continuing to increase. So we like that. Also, this zero line indicator, you can see my zero line is actually above the upper level and the mid level. That is also a buy signal. And for this current two-line cross, you can see at the time when I entered, this guy was still kind of lagging, but you can see currently it's currently kind of caught up as we see this crossover here. So we have a green above the red now, which is indicating a buy signal. So sometimes we will have some lagging indicators that will take some time to get there, but as long as I get 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm okay. I'm getting 4. I can wait for the 5th one. And you can also see this last one is what I use for my volume, and this white line here is my cutoff. As long as this blue signal line is trending above this white line, that is representing volume in that pair. So you can see I love the USD JPY. I've been trading it for some time, and it's been going up at this my entry level, making a lot of money from it. And I was actually also a buyer again when we got a retracement to this support level or this baseline level or this moving average, because I always like to use the moving averages as good support levels. And you can see it's bounced off that level, as I believe we are going to go test this resistance level before I stop or close out on most of my positions. So I'm going to continue to watch this. As you can see from my entry level, you know, we've bagged about if I was to bring in my, where's my ruler? Sorry about that. This is the ruler. Okay, if I was to bring in the ruler right there and I measure from this point to where the current price is, you can see that is about 723 pips that this pair has made. And if you see from this particular zone, let me zoom out a bit here. Okay, so if I was to put it to from this particular zone that we are right now to the resistance level, so from the current price, you can see we still have about 616 pips to go. So there's still a lot of money to be made in the USD JPY pair. So I like that. So now, like I said before, there's one particular meme stock that I'm looking at, and that is GameStop. Yep, GameStop is the name of the stock that I'm looking at. So you can see GameStop currently is showing me a green baseline, which is indicating a buy, and also a green line, which is indicating a buy as well. So you can see we are trading above the baseline. And one thing that is fascinating me is that we have the earnings coming up. But if you look down below on my secondary indicators, you will see that the secondary signals look pretty clean. You know, the first one is, you know, my two-line cross, you know, as I was pointing up. You can see the green is above the red, so that is indicating a buy signal for me. And also you can see the signal line is also above the zero line, that is also a buy. And you can see the color is also changing from a red to a green. And also this signal line is between my upper and my mid level, that is also a buy. And you can see the two-line cross actually just crossed as well, so the green is above the red, that is also a buy. And so this is just a lot of signal that is telling me something is about to happen. And if you look at historics of GameStop from the past, whenever you see that setup, this guy has a tendency to squeeze out short sellers, and you can see it can make a, you know, voluptuous move all the way to $70. You know, I think the last time this happened with, I don't know if you guys remember that guy Roaring Kitty or whatever his name was on Reddit. See how high Bitcoin, GameStop actually went as high as $120. Now, is that going to be what's going to happen in this particular trade? I don't think so, but I'm currently shooting for GameStop to trade, at least to go as high as at least break this $30 level, then maybe we'll break this $33 level, and maybe shoot for this $50 level, as I'm holding a couple of call contracts, long-term, well, not long-term, but January contract that I want to give this time. But listen, the minute I start to see it trade below the baseline, then I'm just going to be, you know, calling it quits. But the contracts are actually doing pretty well. You can see we're actually up 1.2% in the pre-market. Another stock that I currently like is Nvidia. I don't know if you guys are trading Nvidia. So Nvidia has also been showing tremendous uptrend, and we have a resistance level here. You can see I have our buy signal above the Ichimoku, and all the secondary indicators are also intact. So I like Nvidia as well as I continue to hold it. But the tech, for some reason, the tech stocks have not been doing much. Because you know, if you guys remember, there's been a lot of sentiment that, you know, if Kamala Harris had won the presidency, then it will have favored more the tech companies as compared to Republicans, where Trump won now, and it's more of those industrial stocks that are performing better. Anyways, this is your boy Cincy, aka Mr. Good Vibes. Listen, man, you guys just keep trading. The market is just getting started. It's going to be very, very interesting. Don't forget, the rate cut is still news that is still pending. The election is over now, and now we're getting close to the end of the year, and we're anticipating what we call a Santa rally. Hopefully we will get one this year, but then again, just be careful. You know, the market is is looking very greedy right now, so make sure you're taking profits, make sure you're protecting yourself, make sure you're watching your indicators and keeping safe and close keeping close attention to all the fundamental news that could potentially affect your trade. Okay, all right, man, you guys stay safe, and it's your boy Cincy, and let's make some small money together, even if it's just a little.